was sitting in my room, thinking the matter over, when the door opened and Professor Moriarty stood before me. My nerves have heard proof, Watson, but I must confess something to start with the very man who would so much my thoughts was standing there upon the threshold. His appearance is quite familiar to me. He is extremely tall and aesthetic-looking, retaining something of the professor in his features. His shoulders slump from much study, and his head is slowly oscillating from side to side in a curiously reptilian fashion. He peered at me with great curiosity in his pocket eyes.
"You have less frontal development than I should have expected,"
said he at last.
"It is a dangerous habit to load firearms in the pockets of one's dressing gown."
The fact is, upon his entrance, I immediately recognized the extreme personal danger which I lay. The only conceivable escape for him lay in silence of my tongue, so an instant. I threw the revolver from my desk drawer to my dressing gown and was covering it with the cloth. As a remark, I drew the weapon out and laid it cocked upon the table. He still smiled and winked, but there was something in his eyes which made me very glad that I had it there.
"You evidently don't know me."
On the contrary, I think it fairly evident that I do. Pray, take a chair. I can spare you but 5 minutes, if you have anything to say.
"All that I have to say has already crossed your mind."
Then possibly my answer has crossed yours.
"You stand fast?"
Absolutely. He clapped his hand to his pocket, and I drew my pistol from the table, but he merely pulled out a memorandum book, which he had scribbled some dates.
"You crossed my path on the 4th of January. On the 23rd, you incommitted me. By the 11th of February, I was seriously inconvenienced by you. At the end of March, I was absolutely happy in my plans, and now, with the close of April, I find myself placed in such a position that your continual persecution, I have been in positive danger of losing my liberty. The situation is becoming an impossible one."
Have you a suggestion to make?
"You must drop it, Mr. Holmes. You really must, you know."
After Monday.
Tut-tut, I'm certain that your intelligence can see there can be one outcome to this affair. It is necessary that you should withdraw. You are working in such a fashion we have only one resource left to us. It has been an intellectual treat to me, the man to grapple with this affair, and I say unaffectedly. It would be of grief to me to be forced to take an extreme measure. You smile, sir, but I assure you that it really would.
Danger is part of my trade.
This is not danger. This is inevitable destruction. You stand in the way not merely of an individual, but a mighty organization, the folks in which you, with all your cleverness, have been unable to realize. You must stand clear, Mr. Holmes, or be trodden underfoot."
I'm afraid that in the pleasure of this conversation, I am neglecting business of importance which awaits me elsewhere.
Well, it seems a pity, but I have done what I could. I know to remove your game you could do nothing before Monday. It has been a duel between you and me, Mr. Holmes. You hope to place me in the dock. I tell you that I shall never stand in the dock. You hope to beat me. I tell you, you will never beat me. If you are clever enough to bring destruction upon me, rest assured I shall do as much to you.
You have paid me several compliments, Mr. Moriarty. Let me pay you in return when I say that if I were assured of the former eventuality, I would, in the interest of the public, cheerfully accept the latter.
I can promise you the one, but not the other.
He snarled, and turned his round back upon me and went peering and blinking at the room. That was my singular interview with Professor Moriarty. I confess it left an unpleasant effect upon my mind. His soft, precise fashion of speech leaves a conviction and sincerity a mere bully could not produce. Of course you will say, why not take police precautions against him? It is because I am well convinced it is from his agents the blow would fall. I have the best proofs it would be so.